Hey, it's Dr. Shirley from the Southside Health and Wellness Campus. We are so excited to see the sun. It's upstate New York. We don't see it very often. So thank you. So what we're going to be talking about today, though, is with sun comes the use of sunscreen. It's not very often that you go to the beach or the pool and you don't see one of these bottles of sunscreen. So parents are often yelling at their kids saying, oh, get over here, you need to have sunscreen on, otherwise you're going to end up with skin cancer. But is that really true? Well, this year, which is 2019, the Environmental Working Group is a nonprofit organization that did a study that has found that unfortunately most of the sunscreens that we use, actually 67%, don't even do what they claim to do, which is to prevent skin cancer. Unfortunately, the rest of the study goes on to say that as a matter of fact, it often causes skin cancer because of the toxic chemicals that are in them. So I'm going to go through right now what you need to look at in the ingredients of your sunscreen to see if they're toxic. So I'm actually going to use a little cheat sheet here because unfortunately these names are so confusing, I know I'll forget them. So the first one is called oxybenzone. This is a hormone disruptor which actually causes abnormal sperm function and endometriosis. So if you're trying to conceive, not a good option. Another one is called retinol palmitate. This is actually a synthetic form of vitamin A that has been linked to skin tumors. And the last one is the whole reason I needed the cheat sheet. It's called methylizothiazolinone. This is a preservative that is found in most sunscreens. If sunscreen is so toxic for you, then why are we using it? Well, that's a great question. So what do we need to do to try to protect our skin from skin cancer? Well, according to this study, sunscreen is not your first option. So let's talk about a few other options that are available. Of course, wearing a hat is a great way to keep the sun off your face. Protective clothing is also another great option, using an umbrella to try to keep the rays off of your skin. But there's also some foods that are very good at helping to protect your skin. Number one is watermelon. Believe it or not, there's actually a natural occurring vitamin in there that actually will protect your skin. The other thing is grass-fed butter and coconut oil. They are saturated fats, good forms of saturated fats that actually cause a protective layer to form on your skin to help protect you from sunburn. And then avocado oil, which is not a saturated fat, but also helps to keep your skin nice and healthy to protect it. Now, the next thing I want to talk about is something called calcium lactate and cataplex F. These are vitamin supplements from the company Standard Process, and I'm going to explain to you a little bit about how these work. So calcium lactate is the easiest to absorb form of calcium and actually helps to protect your skin. So let's go through my little diagram here and show you how this works. So as you can see here, when the sun hits your skin, the UV rays exactly are what causes to occur in the oil, when it hits the oils in your skin, you have the result of making vitamin D in the body. And that's a good thing because it prevents cancer, it actually helps prevent autoimmune diseases and different things like that. But unfortunately, when you're out in the sun a lot and you get excessive amounts of vitamin D but not enough of the vitamin F, well wait, what's vitamin F? I've never even heard of that. Well, most people haven't. But vitamin F is actually a polyunsaturated fatty acid that helps to protect your skin from the damaging rays of the sun. But if you get too much vitamin D, they become out of balance, and all of a sudden what ends up happening is this. So you get the vitamin D, okay, which causes the calcium to come out of your gut and puts the calcium into the blood. Now the vitamin F actually takes the calcium from the blood, puts it into the tissue so it can protect your body. Now if you get the high levels of vitamin D and not enough of the vitamin F that we just talked about, the calcium will come from the tissues and go back into the blood. This results in thick skin, as you often see in people that live in the sun all the time, hives, sunstroke, and also when people say they're allergic to the sun, that's what they mean. They actually have a vitamin F deficiency. And excessive vitamin D, unfortunately, causes cancer. So, but we talked about vitamin D actually helping to prevent cancer. That's right, but when it's out of balance, it will actually cause it. And that's exactly how you end up with skin cancer. So after my husband, Dr. Joe, was diagnosed with malignant melanoma many years ago, we felt the need to really study this a lot deeper, and now we have the studies that are proving all of the information that we suspected way back, that it's really not the sun that causes the cancer, it's actually the vitamin deficiencies that occur when these different vitamins become out of balance. So I thank you so much for joining us today, and if you really want to have a sunscreen option, the best option is going to be the Goddess Garden Organics, which if you live in Oneonta, you can actually go to the Green Earth and grab some of that. They have a facial and a kids version, but it's a mineral sunscreen. That means it uses minerals to protect you, not chemicals. But remember, sometimes they combine the chemicals in with it, so you gotta watch. But this particular brand is an awesome brand, so check it out. Thank you so much. If you've enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much and have a great day.